Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for sticking with me. I know last week's schedules or postings was just kind of a little all over the place, and the reason for that was last week was TCAP testing for us, and we was having to drive to the next city over from us for testing because where she does online school, she has to go to a kind of equal testing location for, the students. So we had to do a little bit of drive every day. It was only 4 days, but by the end of the week, we was both exhausted. And then she was out of town over the weekend. And so, yeah, posting was very erratic. The only one that I didn't post was my school weekly, and I kind of decided to kind of trash that idea just because, for one, she was testing all week and she didn't have any assignments, like they cleared out their planner for the week, so didn't really need to reference it a whole lot. And I was like, there was finding time to, because honestly, I was editing everything in my car while I was sitting in the parking lot waiting, because her testing times was not always long days. So it just didn't make sense to drive home for a little while and then turn around and go back. And I just stayed and sat in the parking lot and edited videos. And the school one was a little hard to kind of get in there if I'm not, going to lie on that. So starting fresh, while I have a little time to myself, I am actually going to try to record all my monthlies. I just do monthlies for 3 of my planners, and then do this week, because today is Monday. So yeah, honestly, even though eating better has helped me, my sleep was thrown off. I don't know if it was all the being active, and then the active, because being in cars for long periods of time, it wears my body down. So yeah, that was just a whole lot. So with all that being said, we are going to skip to the month of May in my home planner. Take that off to the side, and then we're going to set this down, and then I'm going to flip back to my year at a glance over here, so that way I can reference it. And actually, I'm going to I'm just double checking, and yeah, it looks like both my planners are up to date, so I don't have one written down in one and not the others, I guess what I'm trying to say, because I have done that before. Okay, so that one, so it's good. All right, I'm going to set it off to the side so that way I can reference it here in a minute. So I don't have to do anything with this because it is a current planner. But looking at what I was going to do, I may just leave the flowers again. I wasn't going to, but since it's Mother's Day, I am going to cover the strawberries. But since it's Mother's Day, the flowers may not fit with the books that I chose, but it fits with the theme of keeping in mind Mother's Day. So with that, I am going to use the classic size Go On Places RongRong sticker book with the mini everyday. I'm going to use this for the functional because this is mostly decorative. So I'm going to use this for functional and see if I can't match it up with this. If not, I have another everyday up here that I could possibly use. So on that, so I'm going to go back and I'll show the section that I'm going to mostly use. It's Paris themed, but the stickers that made me want to use this section was this page, because we have the girl here in the tub. Can picture her being a mom, having some time to herself, reading her book, and then this one has flowers. Then we can have this one say that she's doing some crafting time. So I just thought that this one would work. And then there was, I think, a couple of girls in this one that caught my attention. I was like, maybe I could use some out of here, but I don't know that I will. I like her. I like her. But I don't know. But I'm definitely going to use them. But before I get started on the decorative, I'm going to pull this book for the functional and put down the boxes that I need. So on the boxes, we don't have a whole lot going on this month, for the month of May. It is the last month of school, so she gets out on the 21st, and then she has her appointment with the neurosurgeon on that following Tuesday that we had to go out of town for. So, I mean, not a lot going on, but some kind of big things going on. Let me start with these. So put that down. Now look at this. This is actually a mini, so it's not going to fill up this, but I don't think that I have these in the classic size, so that's probably the reason why I'm not finding it. Okay. Oh, got two going on the 12th. Yeah, my daughter has one and I have one. So just do that. And I marked that. Now I do have some reoccurring meetings. Okay. Not there. Let's see, I have one there done. So next two should be the 14th and the 28th. Okay, so that's it on the functional right now. Now I know that can change because she will have I'm sure more appointments come up. But I'm going to go in with the decorative. Put her there, and then I'm going to go in. This is a Uniball Signo white pen. Mary Ellen from Planning with Bumble uses this a lot to go in kind of those little small places to white out things. I tried different ones like the Jelly Roll pen, and they just was not working for me, but this is a really good pen if you need to go in like white out like little tiny lines or little tiny things. Very good pen to use. And I'm going to go here with her in this corner. I can, well, I know there's 30. I know that's the 30th right there, so I'm not going to worry about it. I was starting to say that I could write one there, but I think it'll be okay. I'll put this quote here. And then I like this one. I think I'll put it there, and then I've got this little Enjoy Life. Put it there. And I don't really want to use like the, you know, the Eiffel Tower and everything, because this isn't like a Paris theme. This is kind of Mother's Day theme. Now, this, her neurosurgeon appointment where it is hour and a half, almost 2 hours away from us. We will have to leave out pretty early. We have to be there at 11. Well, I think it's like 11:10. So it's pretty far away. So we're going to have to, you know, get up kind of early and head out. Let's see, this one doesn't necessarily scream Paris. If I can get her situated, we'll put her there. And I know that next day is the 4th. I'm not gonna get crazy with that. Now, where did that girl at the table go? I kind of wanted to use her. I thought she was, ah, there she is. And I'm just going to move this Be You Bravely since I'm putting how am I going to put this? It's not covering up all of it, so that's cute. And we can just put that in that corner. Wish there was some like flowers to put, but I don't want to dig out another book. But I don't think, well, other than the kind of summer theme one, I don't really see any that has any type of flowers. Well, here's this girl. We'll put her there. Okay, so that kind of does it. So what color do I want to use? I think I might use this. Okay, so the only days that I have something going on is my reoccurring meetings there, and then I have a follow-up eye appointment here. It's just a follow-up to see if the eye drop she prescribed me has been working, and they haven't. I just kind of gave up on that quest. And then my daughter has an appointment there, and then neurosurgeon. Oh, it's 11:15. For some reason, I was thinking it was like an odd time, like 11:10. Okay, so right now that does it. Like that's all there is. I'm sure it'll change. So I'll just pop it back on the discs. I'm glad that I decided not to cover up the flowers going down the middle, because that does kind of add that deco that I didn't really have to add. So yeah, that turned out really cute. I wanted to make it spring and kind of nod to moms, you know, since it is May and Mother's Day and everything. So I liked how it turned out. If you liked how it turned out, make sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't yet and you would like to, hit that subscribe button. It means the world to me for your support, and I will see you in the next one.